Because they tell you you're going to hell. And they tell little kids that. You're 5 years old, and the church, with all its majesty and all the buildings and the clothes, they go up to a 5-year-old and they're like, oh, you're going to hell. Oh, yeah. You're going right to hell. And you're 5, and you're like, what did I do? And the church is like, you know what you did, you piece of shit. And you're going to full hell, too. There's no kids' hell, you understand? You're going right to the show. If you're 5 years old, you steal a crayon from your sister, and then you lie about it, you get hit by a truck, you're roommates with Hitler. There's no difference. There's no difference. They take you in a room, and they're pouring hot lead into Hitler's asshole. He's like, ah! And then you walk in there like, all right, step up, it's your turn. Hitler's like, oh, good luck, little fella. Poor Hitler, man. I mean, at this point, he's been down there for 75 years. He's probably nice now. Hitler's probably nice to newcomers in hell, you know. Hi, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah. What's that? Oh, yeah, okay. I was so scared of hell when I was a kid. I remember when I found out that gay people go to hell, according to the church, and I got scared. Because I'm not gay, but what if God thinks I'm gay? What if I come off a little queer to the Lord? What if he happens to glance at me when I hit my toe and I'm like, ow? He's like, huh, I know where you're going, you faggot. I mean, that's their thing. I don't believe that. God doesn't hate you because you're gay. God made you gay because he hates you. No. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. There's no God. But you know who I feel sorry for? Who I really feel sorry for is a gay man's sperm. Just think about that. That's a tough destiny. We'll do a show. I love doing comedy. I've been doing it 38 years now. And a lot of people ask me if it takes confidence. Nobody asked me, I just wanted to talk about it. But it does. It takes a certain kind of confidence to do this. This doesn't mean that I'm a confident person generally. You know, there's different kinds of confidence. Like there's personal confidence. Personal confidence is like a man wearing white pants. That takes tremendous personal confidence and optimism, really. To go out in white pants like, it's going to be a great day. There's going to be no puddles or pizza. I could never wear white pants because I'll get my period, first of all. I know that. Or diarrhea, more likely. That's really my period. Diarrhea. About once a month, I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. Better just get home. Don't make any big decisions today. It's true. You shouldn't, like, negotiate when you have diarrhea. If I have diarrhea and you get between me and the toilet, I'll sell you my house for 10 cents. Anyway, that's personal confidence. Another kind of confidence is moral confidence. Moral confidence. That's like knowing that you wouldn't have had slaves, like back when it was okay. That's moral confidence, is being able to say, I wouldn't have done it. Even if I lived in 17 whatever, in Virginia, and somebody was like, you want a slave? I would have been like, no, I'm all set. And I feel confident I can say that. But I think it's easy to say that now, because you can't get no slaves. You can't get one. You can't get one. You don't have slaves, but that's not because you're better than back then people. It's because they're not available. There's not, you don't have to decide that. It's not like you're bringing groceries to the car like, fuck, it would be really good if I had a slave, but I won't do it. No, it's not like they have slaves at Home Depot. I mean, they kind of do. I mean, there are certain, you know, like you can get a Russian woman to do whatever you want because her family's hostage. Or you can adopt a kid from Bangladesh who's like 12. He'll move into your house and do your laundry and suck your dick, whatever you want. But even he gets to leave when he's 18. Although who wants them when they're that old? I'm just saying, excuse me. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's more penises and vaginas. Comedians used to talk about the difference between men and women, but you can't really do that anymore because they're not as different as they used to be. And there's more genders. There's a bunch of more genders. But there's not more genitalia. There's still just the two. There's no weird moments like, hey, that's a nice penis. Actually, it's a fachamba. You know, that doesn't happen. But they are. Penises and vaginas are different. Here's one difference. You can cut off a penis. You can just cut it off, and it'll fall right in the soup. Vagina, you can't cut off a vagina. I mean, you can scoop it out like a grapefruit section, you know? But all you did was make a bigger vagina. I kind of like it better when only half of you laugh at some of this stuff. Like, it's fun. All right. So because for me, the kind of guy I am, getting older makes my life better. You know, like my sex life, way better at 45. Because of the kind of, look, because this situation is okay at 45. This is not a fun kind of a 17-year-old to be. And some people, their life is better when they're younger. You know, young dudes, young skinny dudes. Best life in the world is being a young skinny dude. They don't have to do anything. They just show up with a big Adam's apple and a smelly t-shirt. Hey, I'm here for the easy pussy for the rest of my life. So where do I go? Everywhere? Okay, cool. But for guys like me, this is not a fun youth. It gets better. I'd like to make one of those "it gets better" ads for just dumpy young guys. We could use a little help, a little encouragement, just somebody on TV. Listen, man, I know it's tough right now. You're vaguely heavy with no face. You have zero value on the sexual marketplace. You feel invisible to the girls in school because you are. But it gets better. Because you all grow up. And you pretty much look just like this your whole life. And they don't. Their options start running out really fast. And you're gonna be there. As long as you stay relatively employed and washed, you're gonna be amazing. In your 40s, you're gonna be the branch that she can grab before she hits the ground. It's gonna be so great. It just takes time for her circumstances to match your looks, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. When real shit matters, you're gonna be the sexiest motherfucker in the world. It's just time. That's all it takes. There's a formula to this. It's pussy plus time over income squared. Everybody has their time. Everybody has their time. I mean, not everybody.
There are people out there who there's just nobody for them. Yep. People like to say things like, there's someone for everyone. Nope. Not at all true. And stop saying it because it's mean to people who never find anybody. There are millions of people out there who we've all unanimously decided they are light speed ugly and nobody kisses them on the lips even. Nobody touches their genitals their entire life. They just wash it and then they die. That's all that happens. Oh, and if you're feeling bad for them, you can go find one and fuck one tomorrow. You can just solve the problem right there. With all that kindness in your heart. Oh, well, go fuck one. Nah, I didn't think so. That's the one way we're all mean. Nobody does that. Nobody fucks down. Nobody. People fuck up or across. Some women fuck down because a guy talked them into that it was up. Yeah, no, you should. I'm totally up, yeah, man. It's a weird selection process that we have.
And I mean, I get it. It's scary. You don't want to die. Life is good, you know? You don't want to die. Death is a weird thing because when you're like 30, okay, that's about here. Okay, that's 30's here. Okay, that's birth. That's death over there. When you're 30, you don't even give a fuck because you're just, hey, you don't realize that there's this movement. You don't even notice that you're, you know, hey, I don't know what's going on. I hated that movie. Yeah, me too. And you kind of hear way off people falling off the edge. I don't know. What was that? I don't know. That's okay. And before you think you should be there, you get right to the point. You see somebody, oh, fuck, I knew that guy. Jesus Christ. No, go ahead. I'm waiting for somebody. No, go ahead. And you want to hang around, but here's what helps you, is that life doesn't stay good, you know? Like, both my hands hurt. I'm 55. Both my hands hurt. Both my hands, both my knees, both my hips. I'm lucky I have only one asshole, but I have a lot of pain. I mean, there's some good things in life when you're older. Some people do extraordinary things. I watched a porn the other day. Okay. Somebody sent it to me. It's true. I mean, some porn is awful. You ever been watching a porn that's a little off the path? And you're like, this is bad that I'm watching this. This is changing me. I can feel it. This is evil. Then you look, it's got 375 million views. I guess we're all watching this one. Either that or I've lost track of how many times I've seen it. But a friend of mine sent me a porn. He said, you need to watch this. So I click on it. It was two old men in their 90s just fucking sucking each other's cocks. It was unbelievable. I was surprised they were doing anything. And there's like the one guy sitting on the edge of the bed and his socks are falling, you know? And the other one is just fucking sucking. And then they switched places. I watched long enough to see them switch places. And when the second guy was done, I mean, no, they didn't come. Neither of them came. It was just like, that's enough, Alfred. Thank you. But I called my friend. I said, why'd you show me this? He said, because it's incredible. And it was, you know, I wasn't turned on. I was inspired. Because you worry about old guys, you know? You know, you see an old guy walking alone with a grapefruit in a plastic bag, and you just stand there watching him, and you go, fuck, God damn it, man. Well, maybe he's going to suck another old guy's cock. Life might not be as bad as you think, you know? Yeah. Fucking water's all the way here. How you doing? All right.
Like really going hog wild with the babes. It was late for me when I started having sex. I was 18 before anything happened to me. My girlfriend gave me a hand job. First thing that happened to me sexually ever. And I mean, it was awesome. It was great. Because nobody had ever touched my dick. Nobody in the world had touched my dick. My dick had touched a lot of things. Because that's what you do when you're a young boy. You touch your dick to many surfaces around the world. Just fucking looking for anything that feels good enough that you don't have to talk to a girl. That's the whole... But finally, I got this girlfriend, and we're making out, and she reached down, and she put her hand around my dick, and I fucking lost it. First of all, I came immediately, and also I started farting as I came. And... No, I started farting. It wasn't just... It was throughout, and she's laughing. Ha, 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 ha. That's how my sex life started, okay? That's how it started. Fucking shame and depression. Before that, it was just me masturbating copiously, happily. I loved it. When I discovered masturbation, I was so happy. I loved it. Everybody loves it. Nobody's, oh, this fucking sucks. It's pretty universally liked. But, I remember when I first started, and I thought I was the only one doing it. And then I told my friend Jeff, and he was doing it too. So we started, that's his real name too, it's kind of fucked up that I'm saying his name. But anyway, we were comparing notes about how we masturbated. And I did it, I was 11, so I was going like this, which I actually did it like this for a long time, because nobody teaches you how to jerk off. So like, even once my dick grew, I kept doing it like this. And then I saw a movie where somebody went like that, and I was like, oh, fuck the whole hand. That is genius. Awesome. Easily one of the best fucking things I ever discovered. I still sometimes, this is awesome. So smart. So smart to use the whole hand. Awesome. To this day, and I'm like, fucking, whoever fucking, yeah, awesome. But anyway, Jeff did it totally differently. Jeff didn't, we would lie on his stomach. He would lay on his stomach and press his dick into his palm really hard, and he enjoyed the pressure. And some kids do it like that. I looked it up on, by the way, it fucks your dick up, so don't do it. Don't do it. It does fuck your dick up. But he didn't know, so he was pushing his dick into his palm. And I think sometimes he would put a book on behind his hand, like he just liked the pressure. And he couldn't get enough pressure. So he said to me, maybe if I sat on his ass while he did this, it would be better. So I did. I sat on his ass. And I remember that moment, I'm sitting on Jeff's ass while he jerked himself off, and I remember thinking to myself, is this gay that I'm doing this? Or am I just a really good friend? Maybe I'm just a good friend. It's weird to think now that I fucking sat on an 11-year-old boy's ass while he masturbated. I mean, I was 11, so it was cool. Now I'd get fucking crucified for that shit. I didn't know what I had, boy. All right, easy. Easy. Anyway. So now I'm married, and sex... Anyway, I was on a plane, and there's these two babies, and they're crying the whole time. Crying the whole flight, and that happens a lot. I don't think they knew each other. They're just crying. I've seen this on so many flights, I started to wonder, is there a reason for this? Is there like an actual reason why babies... So I looked it up. Turns out there's an actual reason why babies cry on airplanes, and it's because they're upset that gay people are getting married. Yeah. They're, like, really upset. Like, inconsolably upset. Honey, it's the country's changing. And I don't agree with them. I think if people are in love, they should get married. But they can't accept that. Because they're just, just being babies. Babies are selfish. They are. Babies are selfish. They just, meh. No baby ever goes, meh, but how are you doing, though? I have 2 daughters, and both of them at one time were babies, and I held them and they cried on planes. It's happened to me. I've had a baby on a plane. If you're ever, this is how selfish people are. When you're on a plane and you hear a baby crying, you think that's happening to you. You're like, oh, this is gonna ruin my flight. It's gonna ruin it. Well, look at the parent, because that person is holding a crying baby on a plane, which means they've been traveling with a baby all day, which means they have a baby. Okay? So their life isn't even good. They don't like anything. Their whole life is, Jesus. If there's any joy for them, it's that this is now bothering other people. Yeah, you listen to this shit now. Wah! I remember one time my baby was crying on the plane. She was really upset. And this guy and some businessman on the plane, because businessmen always think that every flight is a private plane of theirs that we're all like piggybacking on. And this guy has this fucking newspaper, and he turns around to look at me and my baby, and he looks right at me. He doesn't kind of like go like this. He looks at me like, Like, could ya? Like, oh, I'm sorry, is this bothering you? Let me just... You all just clapped for a dead baby. You applauded a dead baby. Yeah. My kids are in college and they're all, I'm an empty nester. That's what you call it when your kids are gone, because they grew up, not if they're dead. It's not used that way. My daughter died of leukemia. Hey, you're an empty nester. I miss it. I miss having little kids. I think about it all the time. I think about it maybe adopting, I could adopt a baby from a third world country. That's a good thing to do, because you can just leave them outside. You don't have to... It's interesting. We've been adopting babies from other countries in America for a long time. Other countries do it too, but I live here, so I'll talk about that. But it's an interesting thing. It's not a biological imperative to go get a baby from thousands of miles away, but we've been doing that in large numbers here for a long time. And not always for the same reasons. There's been different reasons why we've done it. In the early, like in the 70s when I grew up, sometimes you meet a couple who had an African baby that they brought because they're those kind of, these kinds of people, the kind of couples that hold hands when they announce things. Those kind of people? They gather their friends and they're like, we've decided. Those... They have a farm table with a clay pot of honey on it. And their apple juice is cloudy. You know what I'm talking about? Those are the kind of people that make a trip to Zimbabwe and get a baby and name him Kevin and send him to Boston College, whatever. That was like the 70s and 80s. Then in the 90s, it became very popular with gay couples started to adopt babies from China because they want to have a baby, but they can't. They both have dicks. I don't know if you know that.
Did you know that? Gay couples have 2 dicks. So they can't make a baby. You can try. You can just really fucking... You could try to come into one dick with the other. Like, if you line up the dick holes, and you could come and the sperm goes up this dick and down that one. And then the sperm gets to the balls and they're like, wait, what the fuck? Did we turn around? Because we're in the balls again. Whose balls are these? These aren't even his balls. Oh, he's gay. Fuck. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's just swim around till we're dead. It's just the way it is. You're not gonna... A baby will never come out of a penis. It's good. It's a good thing. Because it's hard for women. Imagine pushing a whole baby out of your penis dick hole. Even just a hand. Yeah. Anyway, so that's why gay couples adopt. That's why. And often from China, because they make a lot of stuff there. So that was that. That was the gay couples were adopting Chinese babies because they couldn't have babies, and then a lot of other couples started doing it more around the turn of the century. I used to live in Hollywood, which is a pretty awful place, and everybody there gets Chinese babies. It's very popular. They go and it's not because they can't have babies, and it's not because they're trying to help somebody from far away. It's because they're just busy. They're busy. They want to have a baby, but they don't want to have a baby. You know what I mean? That thing where you can't have your baby and eat it too, or whatever. I don't know how that works. They don't want to get pregnant, is the point. So they go to China. They don't even go to China. They go to the airport, and somebody from China meets them, gives them a baby. It's true. They just take it home, and then they get a Jamaican nanny to watch their Chinese baby. And they go to cocktail parties. We have a Chinese baby. It's amazing. And meanwhile, the Chinese baby and the Jamaican nanny are just alone looking at each other like, what are we doing? What is this? Why can't either of us see our families? Why? What the fuck is the point of this? So yeah, I got a dog, my kids are, and I just sit around and watch YouTube a lot. That's my favorite pastime.
If I'm, okay, say I'm sitting down. If I'm sitting anywhere, which I love sitting so much, I would take sitting and doing nothing to standing and fucking any day. This is way better than coming. This is way better. This is what, at my age, if I'm sitting down and somebody tells me I need to get up and go in another room, I need to be told all the information why first. You gotta explain all of that shit to me. What, why do I, what, no, why though? Your car's being towed right now. Well, that's what happens to me then. I accept that. Because getting up is a whole thing. It means first I have to decide, do I really want to be alive anymore? Like, let's start with that. And then I gotta start kind of rocking to get momentum. Like I'm trying to get an old Honda out of a snowbank. The worst part of my day, worst part of every day of my life, is when I have to put on my socks. Putting on my socks is the worst part of every day. And it always will be. Even if I have a terrible day in the future where my grandmother is murdered by my other grandmother. If that ever happened to me, the worst part of that day will be when I put on my socks. But if I had to put on my socks, that means here's what I have to do. I have to get my hands past my pointed toe. I don't even know how I do it. I'm sitting here, I don't know how I do that. It's because you have to, it's like folding a bowling ball in half. And as soon as I start, I can feel I'm pushing all the fat up into my vital organs. And I just feel all the systems failing. Beep, beep, beep. And I have to try, like I have to lay on my back like an 8-year-old and go like this. And I start passing out. Ugh. And I know other people's lives are hard. I know. I saw an interview on TV with Michael J. Fox. And he has Parkinson's. And he was describing brushing his teeth. He said it takes him 2 hours a day. And he said it's agony. And I saw this and I thought, okay, that's hard. That is hard. And so is putting on my socks. Sorry, Michael. Doesn't make it easier to know about your thing. Tell you what, I'll help you brush your teeth. You help me with the socks. I don't know. I be a better person because I got kids. And I want to, you know, pass on a better... But sometimes it's not clear what the right thing is to do. Like one time I threw a candy wrapper on the street. And I didn't do it like, yeah. I just... yeah, take that shit straight. I did it because I was, you know, like shaking. I wanted the candy. Anyway, I was with a friend who said to me, "You just littered on the street. Don't you care about the environment?" And I thought about it and I said, you know what? This isn't the environment. This is New York City. This is not the environment. This is where people live. New York City is not the environment. New York City is a giant piece of litter. It's like the giantest, next to Mexico City, the shittiest piece of litter in the world. Just a pussy, runny, smoking, stinking piece of litter. So if you have a piece of litter, what are you supposed to do with it? You should throw it on the pile of litter. Because if you don't, if you put it in a receptacle, then it gets collected, and it gets taken to a dump in a landfill, and then it goes on a boat, and it goes out and gets dumped in the ocean, and some dolphin wears it as a hat on its face for 10 years, this hat that never dissolves on its face. Oh. Jesus. I mean, everything that we introduce to the world is shitty. Meaning white people. Because I really think that white people are from like another planet. Because when we came to America, it was so nice. It was just Indians, and they weren't even Indians. We called them that by accident, and we still call them that. Like we knew in a month that it wasn't Indians, but we just don't give a shit. We never correct it. We came here, they're like, hi, and we're like, hey, you're Indians, right? And they're like, no. No, this is India, right? No, it's not. It's totally other place. You're not Indians? No. Ah, you're Indians. You're Indians for hundreds of years after. We ruined everything here. This was it was just coast to coast, just green and brown and beautiful. And all the humans were just walking around with painted faces, just walking. And they'd be like, oh, that looks yummy. And then they just eat from the ground. And then they'd sleep on the grass. And they'd wake up and they'd fuck. And then they'd go for a swim and do a little dance. That was the whole continent, was just folks doing that. I mean, there was people in Mexico cutting off kids' heads and rolling them down the pyramid stairs. But that's always going on. What are you gonna, you can't do a whole lot about that.
But I think we came from another planet, and the reason is because we don't like it here. I mean, why, if we're from here, if we belong on Earth, why aren't we comfortable on Earth at all? We need nice, smooth surfaces and right angles, and we need it to be cool and not too hot, that's just perfect. Like, why wouldn't, when it's hot, why wouldn't we just, yeah, fuck it? Why wouldn't we be like that if we belong here? And it's weird because people that aren't, whatever you call there's environmentalists, and then there's people who are whatever, they just hate environmentalists. But that's what people get angry at environmentalists because they think they're slowing down the economy and creating restrictions. And a lot of these people are Christian. A lot of these people are very devout Christians. And that's such a confusing thing to me, that if you believe that God gave you the earth, that God created the earth for you, why would you not have to look after it? Why the fuck? Why would you not think that when he came back, he wouldn't go, what the fuck did you do? I gave this to you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? The polar bears are brown. What did you do to the polar bears? Did you shit all over every polar bear? Who did this? Who spilled this shit? Who spilled this? Come over. Did you fucking spill this? What is that? It's oil. It's just some oil. I didn't mean to spill. Well, why did you take it out of the fucking ground? Because I wanted to go faster. I'm not fast enough. And I was cold. What the fuck do you mean cold? I gave you everything you needed, you piece of shit. Well, because jobs. What is a job? Explain to me, what's a fucking job? You go, you work at a place and when people call when their game doesn't work and you help them figure it out. What do you do that for? For money. What do you need money for? Food. Just eat the shit on the floor. I left shit all over the floor. Fucking corn and wheat and shit. Grab it up, make some bread. What are you doing? Yeah, but it doesn't have bacon around it, and I like when it has like bacon on it and I watched somebody do that the other day after a meal. They went, oh, it was just mwah, mwah. And I started wondering, what does that mean? What does that signify? Mwah. I think what it means is that you ate something so delicious that you then kissed somebody on the asshole and their asshole exploded. That's some good eating. That's a nice sauce. Is that good? Yeah, let me show you. Shit! Let me have some of that. That just destroyed my anus.
Dick, so it's not an area that I understand. I've never sucked a dick. Isn't that weird? I've never sucked a dick my whole life. That's weird to me. It is. It's weird. Because almost everybody has sucked a dick. When you think about it, most people on Earth suck dicks. It's true. Because 51% of the population are women, and they suck dicks. Then there's all the gay guys that suck dicks. Then there's all the straight guys who have been forced to suck a dick under various circumstances. So there's only 1,000 of us out there who never blew anyone. Just a bunch of selfish assholes that are fucking getting blown and not blown back, you know? It's that's what people do. We all fucking suck dicks, and I haven't done it. And I don't have a big reason not to either. I don't have a policy against sucking a dick. It's not something I'm against doing. I just have never seen a dick I wanted to suck. That's really what it comes down to. I've never seen a penis that inspired me to suck it. Every dick I've ever seen has bummed me out. I hate them. I hate them. They ruin my day when I see them, but that's just so far. I mean, what the fuck do I know? There might be this guy right here might have a beautiful dick. This guy, if I saw his dick, I might go, oh, fuck, that shit's going in my mouth right now. And I just fucking, and I'd have to blow him. Fucking hold him down and blow him. That's the kind of, I would like rape blow people. That's what I would like, hold a guy down and blow him to spite him. That's the kind of shit I would do. Just to, I'm just saying I'm not prejudiced. I haven't seen that many. There's billions, literally billions of dicks in the world, and I've seen like 40 at the most, so how the fuck would I know? What, is that too many? Yeah, that's too many, right? 40, Jesus Christ. I'm only 39, that's a dick a year plus another one. Why am I saying 40? That's a lot. That's like 2 bags of dicks right there, at least 40 dicks. All right. I never understood people.
It's not cool. And murder is like, it's weird because like, when is murder murder? Like if you kill somebody, it's like, hey, he's a murderer. The people go, huh? We got to talk about it. He killed him, but he might not be a murderer. Because if you murder, like if you kill somebody, you know what they based your sentence on? They base it on how you felt when you killed them. That's weirdly important. They say, okay, you shot him in the face, but like, what was up with you, man? Like, what was going on? I think if you murder somebody, they should base your sentence on how old the person was that you murdered. How much of their life did you take? That should be your sentence. Like if you see a 3-year-old girl in a park and you just kick her to death. It's a hypothetical. I'm not advocating that. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just asking you to just vividly imagine just kicking a 3-year-old kid who you know till they're dead. You got to keep going till they're... If you kill a 3-year-old, you should do a lot of time. That's what, unless he's got like diabetes, whatever. You got to figure all that in. But what if you kill a guy who's like 98? He's 98. He's not even a good 98. He's in a hospice. You know what a hospice is? It's like a hospital, but they don't try to help you. It looks like a hospital, but the nurse just goes, yeah, he's dying. So what if a guy's 98 and he's laying in a hospice and he's got cancer and COVID and AIDS and he's just, and they already unplugged him. Nobody's even in there. And he's like, then you walk in. You should get like 5 minutes for that. That's what I'm saying. And I was thinking about that today. Because I'm going to see my dad next week. And my dad, let me tell you something. My dad is not in a hospice. He's in a facility being kept alive. Just, come on. Just putting food in and like, what is the fucking point? What, does he have a secret he hasn't told yet? Why? Because my mom just died. She just died. That's what happens, by the way, for you young people. One of your parents is gonna die, and the other one is just never gonna fucking die. They just will never die! And guess what? It's not the one you wanted. Nope. It's not your good parents. Nobody's got 2 good parents. You've got a shitty parent and a nice parent. And the nice one just dies. Because that's what nice people do. I'll just die, it's okay, don't worry about it. And the shitty one just hangs in there. I'm still alive today. Help me to the toilet again. What the fuck is the point of just like, come on? You gotta keep going. You know, the average American, the last week of your life costs $100,000. It's more than you spend your whole life on health care. $100,000 for just one more week. One more week of just one more week so that last sister can fly in and hold his shitty hand. $100,000. Pull the plug and buy a boat. That's all I'm saying. Because what is the point of you gotta live? You gotta keep living, no matter what. I think you can live too long. I think you can live too long. Some people are 100. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody knows you. What are you gonna run into somebody? Hey! Some people are really fucking old. I was reading about the oldest person in the world. There's always an oldest person in the world, and you read about them sometimes because the other one just died. That's when they tell you about the new oldest person. The last one I read about, he was 114. 100, you know what? He's a teenager after 100. 114, that means he's got a kid who's like 92, who's like, please fucking die. I'm just hanging around so I can have 1 week without you in it.
Took her to the aquarium. I took both my kids to the aquarium in Boston, and we were looking at this seal or sea lion. I don't know which one. I don't care. I don't think they need to be separate things. I really don't. They don't care, and we don't care. There's like 3 scientists who give a shit what we call all those things. The scientists are gonna go on TV tomorrow and say, okay, everybody, from now on, seals and sea lions and walruses and you know what? Penguins are all seals now. And we would all be like, yeah, fine. Yes. Whatever, man. Anyway, so we're looking at this sea lion thing, and he's looking back at us through the plexiglass, and he's going, ugh. They're really disgusting in person. Most animals are when you really see them. You ever go to a farm, you think you're gonna see little white sheep going, bah, but they're all fat and shit colored, and they're like, bah. Jesus. That thing is awful. Anyway, seals don't go, they go, ugh. My daughter's like, what does he say? I don't know. I'm a slave. Kill me. Must be awful to be other kinds of stuff. There's a lot of things I wonder if the world was different. Like if murder was legal, I might have killed a few people. I don't know. I'd love to think, oh, I would never do that. But we really need the law against murder. For one simple reason. The law against murder is the #1 thing preventing murder. We'd like to think it's because like, oh, I would never do that. No, it's because it really sucks getting caught murdering. A lot. If murder was legal, or just a misdemeanor, like you get a thing in the mail, ah, shit, they had a camera there. Oh, well. If murder was legal, there would be so much murder. Regular people would murder. Murderers would murder even more. And then really nice, sweet people would murder a few people. But nobody would murder no people. You wouldn't trust somebody who didn't murder. If murder was legal, you wouldn't like them. I never killed anybody. Okay, nice meeting you. Ugh. What a creep. I mean, not even a hooker. Live a life. What's wrong with that guy? He's like a Mormon or some shit. I hate those guys. I think he's nice. Shut up, Janet. It would just... If murder was legal, there would be a lot of murder. Children would behave very differently. Because mostly parents would be murdering their own kids. That's mostly what would happen if murder was legal. You'd be, you go to a mall, there'd be like 8 different moms in the mall just, I told you to stop it! You didn't listen to me! You'd be stepping over dead kids. It'd be like a new problem. You have to clean up your kids when you kill them, because it's gross. It's bad for the environment. If you murder your child in a public place, please use one of the red bags that are in the dispensers every 3 feet of America. Put your murdered child in the red bag with a logo of a murdered kid on it. Next to the other logo that tells you not to let your alive kid play with a plastic bag because they might suffocate. In which case, you could just leave them in the bag. That is a whole bunch of horrible thoughts right in a row. Right in a row. That is a compressed area of bad thought. Everybody has a competition in their brain of good thoughts and bad thoughts. Hopefully the good thoughts win. For me, I always have both. I have like the thing I believe, the good thing. That's the thing I believe. And then there's this thing. And I don't believe it, but it is there. It's always this thing and then this thing. It's become a category in my brain that I call, of course, but maybe. I'll give you an example. Okay, like of course, children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts. Have their medication available at all times. And anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe, if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Jesus. I have a nephew who has that. I'd be devastated if something happened to him. But maybe, if we all just do this for 1 year, we're done with nut allergies forever. No, of course not. Of course, if you're fighting for your country and you get shot or hurt, it's a terrible tragedy. Of course. Of course. But maybe if you pick up a gun and go to another country and you get shot, it's not that weird. Maybe if you get shot by the dude you were just shooting at, it's a tiny bit your fault. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Listen, you all clapped for dead kids with the nuts. For kids dying from nuts, you applauded. So you're in this with me now, do you understand? You don't get to cherry pick. Those kids did nothing to you. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. How did we traverse the nation with a railroad so quickly? We just threw Chinese people in caves and blew them up and didn't give a shit what happened to them. There's no end to what you can do when you don't give a fuck about particular people. You can do anything. That's where human greatness comes from, is that we're shitty people, that we fuck others over. Even today, how do we have this amazing microtechnology? Because the factory where they're making these, they jump off the fucking roof because it's a nightmare in there. You really have a choice. You can have candles and horses and be a little kinder to each other, or let someone suffer immeasurably far away just so you can leave a mean comment on YouTube while you're taking a shit. You know what's amazing to me? You can name your kid anything you want. Isn't that incredible? There are no laws. There should be a couple of laws. None. You can literally name your kid anything. You can name your kid a name with no vowels if you want, like Singleton. Just 40 F's, that's his name. Go clean your room. I'd like to name my kid a whole phrase, you know, something like ladies and gentlemen. That would be a cool name for a kid. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen. Then when he gets out of hand, I get to go, ladies and gentlemen, please! But you got to be careful what you name your kid. You do have to be careful because what happens is other kids in school are going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of their name. And you don't have to give them a weird name because they can do it with any name. Kids are geniuses at that. Any name, they take it, they go Louis Screwy, Joey Blowy, Mike, your mother's a dyke, whatever. They find a way, these kids. Any name, what's your name? Eric, you fucking asshole. See, just like that. Lightning speed these kids got. What's your name? Joe, eat a bag of shit, cunt face. You see, just like that. My daughter is really something else, man. She runs the house. She runs the whole house. She decides everything. Like we were playing hide and seek the other day. We play hide and seek, and we play by her rules that she invented. And do you know why? Because she sucks at hide and seek. And so she covers it with this fucking ruse to level the playing field. And I gotta fucking pretend it's all that she's great. No, it's bullshit. Like, we're playing... Oh, fucking... I know she's a kid, but fucking listen. When it's my turn to hide, she tells me where to hide. She tells me where. She goes, hide in the closet, Papa, but you're gonna know where I... Hide in the closet! All right, fuck, I'll hide in the closet. Good, fine. Now I'm just standing in the closet like an asshole. She comes in, I found you. She's like shitty about it. Like, I found you. And I'm like, wow. How did you figure out where you told me to fucking hide? And then when she hides, this is her hiding. She goes over to a wall and does this. She goes, that's it. There's nothing here. What the fuck is this? Like this is some ninja invisibility crouch. And I gotta act like an idiot. I can't just walk in and go, yeah, you're there. Because she'll cry and shit her pants, right? So I gotta walk around like an asshole. Where is she? I have no idea. Where could she be? I'm making eye contact. I don't see her. It's amazing to me. The other day we're playing, this is how things have gotten in my house, okay? Here's a very good example of where it's gone. We're playing a version of hide and seek where my wife and I have to decide together where to look. She likes that. She's like, Mama, you tell Papa where to look. Okay, well, fine. So she's over there hiding like this, just in plain sight. And my wife and I, my wife's like, why don't you look under the bed? I'm like, okay, well, look. She's not there. And then she says, why don't you look in the linen closet? Okay, so I open the closet. She goes, that's not the linen closet. We don't put that in there anymore. All right, fucking Jesus. All right, I'll look in. So I look in that. Why would she be in that closet? That has shelves. She can't stand in a shelf. Well, maybe she's crawled in a shelf. Now we're having a fight about where to look for this fucking kid who's standing right there. She totally runs the house. I remember Halloween last year, a couple of days before Halloween, my wife comes up to me and she's like, "We have to get you a cat costume." No, we don't, actually. No, we do, because she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know. It's like she's a guy with a gun in the other room. That's what it's like. She's like, she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know how she got it in her head, but she's expecting to be a cat on Halloween. I was going to tell her to go fuck herself, because I'm not doing it. I'm not afraid of her. She's 2. I'll fucking fight her. I could take her. I could beat the shit out of thousands of 2-year-olds all day, just walk around. They would never even gang up on me. They suck. I'm not afraid of her. So my wife decided that she wanted to get pregnant again. She decided it. And this is back in August. She told me, you need to be in town next week. Why? Because I'm getting, I'm ovulating. So, not do you want another kid, just be in town. That's how she handles it. I'm like, I don't want another kid, so fuck it. And she's like, all right. Next week, she starts blowing me, right? Now, she hasn't blown me in, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever been blown. That's how long it is. She's blowing me on the day she's ovulating. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, yeah, you love it. I think she digs me now. Fucking stupid. So she's having another baby any day now. She's due, and it's true. She's fucking the whole thing. And I'm like, there it is. Okay. No, it's great. Fuck it. That's really the attitude that keeps a family together. It's not we love each other. It's fuck it, man. Fuck it. Another kid. Fuck it. Why not? Let them all in. Good. Fuck it. Here's the thing. I never judge other parents now. I never do. I used to, but I never do. When you see a mother in McDonald's or someplace or in a toy store and she's just melting down on her kid, she's like, shut up. I hate you. You're ugly. And people are standing around going, oh my goodness, she's a horrible mother. Well, guess what? Those people aren't fucking parents. They don't have kids. Because any parents who are in that store are thinking, what did that shitty kid do to that poor woman? That poor woman. I wish I could help. Because you don't know, man. You don't know. Or when you see a parent that seems to be negligent. You see a parent in McDonald's with the kid, and the parent's like, I can't take this shit anymore, and just collapsed, and all the shopping bags are just strewn everywhere. And the kid's happy. The kid's eating French fries. And the kid asks a question like, Mama, why is the sky blue? And she's like, just shut up and eat your French fries. And you think, what a terrible mother. Why doesn't she answer her child? When I have a child, I will answer all of their questions and open their minds to the wonders of the world. Well, guess what? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't answer a kid's question. They don't accept any answer. A kid never goes, oh, thanks, I get it. They fucking never say that. They just keep coming. More questions. Why? Until you don't even know who the fuck you are anymore at the end of the conversation. It's an insane deconstruction. It's amazing. This is my daughter the other day. She's like, Papa, why can't we go outside? Well, because it's raining. Why? Well, water's coming out of the sky. Why? Because it was in a cloud. Why? Well, clouds form when there's vapor. Why? I don't know. I don't know any more things. Those are all the things I know. Why? Because I'm stupid, okay? I'm stupid. Why? Well, because I didn't pay attention in school, okay? I went to school, but I didn't listen in class. Why? Because I was high all the time. I smoked too much pot. Why? Because my parents gave me no guidance. They didn't give a shit. Why? Because they fucked in a car and had me, and they resented me for taking their youth. Why? Because they had bad morals. They just had no compass. Why? Because they had shitty parents. It just keeps going like that. Why? Because fuck it, we're alone in the universe. Nobody gives a shit about us. I'm going to stop here to be polite to you for a second. But this goes on for hours and hours, and it gets so weird and abstract. At the end, it's like, why? Well, because some things are and some things are not. Why? Well, because things that are not can't be. Why? Because then nothing wouldn't be. You can't have fucking nothing isn't. Everything is. Why? Because if nothing wasn't, there'd be fucking all kinds of shit that we don't like, giant ants with top hats dancing around. There's no room for all that shit. Why? I'll fuck you. Eat your french fries, you little shit. God damn it. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night. Thank you.
I was in upstate New York in a small town, and I was standing in front of a drugstore. And in the window of the drugstore, they had a wheelchair on display in the window. Is that really an impulse purchase? I should get a wheelchair. That would really help with my paralysis. Then I wouldn't have to drag myself everywhere I go, like I've been doing for 10 years since my legs were blown off at the marathon. Okay. Bunch of fucking hypocrites, apparently. Because, let me point some out to you. Motherfuckers. You were just, like, seconds ago, laughing at a man with no legs crawling on the ground. You're just... And then at the end, you're like, oh, but not those particular legless people. No. We thought you meant just some asshole with a childhood disease who deserves to be laughed at. Not one of those. Now we're laughing at all legless people equally. However you lost your legs. Ha ha ha. You haven't legs. And we've legs. I have legs. I have 2 legs. 2 fucking legs. That's the maximum amount. I fucking love having 2 legs. I fucking love it. I wouldn't like having no legs. I really don't think I would like it. I think it would suck. I think it would suck shit out of the balls of Christ. It's an old Southern expression. It's not used like it used to be. I think 2 legs is better than none. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. It's not popular. You're not supposed to say that because you're supposed to always be very positive about disabled people. But I think that puts pressure on them to be positive. What if they don't want to be? Because the only story we want to hear is about the amazing disabled people. He's amazing. He lost his legs and then he won the leg-having contest. What about disabled people who aren't amazing? We're just ordinary with a sweatshirt and some potato chips, and he's going, fuck, I wish I had legs. No, this is better. This is better with no legs. Why is it better? Because you can do anything now. I can do 4 things. Fuck off. I just don't know that our positive, non-disabled attitude really helps. Like retarded people. We're going to talk about retarded people for 20 minutes. That's what's going to happen. We're going to discuss retarded people for 20 minutes. It's not okay to never speak of them. No, we're going to talk about them. First of all, I want to talk about the word retarded, okay? Because the word retarded, it's a bad word, and people do not like the word retarded. They find it very offensive. Now, I'm a little confused by this, because it wasn't always a bad word. And I grew up in the 70s, and it wasn't bad back then. And most bad words were always bad. You know, cunt never had a day in the sun. There was never a a time where the Santa Claus at the mall was like, come here, you little cunt, tell me what you want for Christmas. And then in the 90s, we're like, let's lay off a cunt a little bit there, gang. No, we used the word retarded in the 70s. We used it to identify people who were retarded. It wasn't controversial. It wasn't like, he's retarded. It was like, he is retarded. This fellow right here is retarded, right? Remember I told you, yes, you're still retarded. He is retarded, everyone. And I grew up in Boston. We didn't say retarded in Boston. We said retarded. He's retarded. God bless him, he's fucking retarded. That's the way we used it. With love. Help the retarded. That's what people said in the 70s. Help the retarded. There was a lady outside the supermarket near my house every Christmas with a bell. She was like, help the retarded. Help the fucking retarded. You gonna tell me she was a bad person? She was helping the retarded. And I feel like we had more of them around back then. I haven't seen one in years. In the 70s, there was a retarded guy in a windbreaker on every street corner. We were using the word and they were more in our lives. I swear to God, they were more. They were in our culture. There was TV movies about retarded people all the time. Tonight on ABC, a retarded boy's dream. There was one, I remember with Sean Cassidy. I don't know if you remember Sean Cassidy. Some of you too young. But Sean Cassidy, he began his career as a teen pop idol. He was a 13-year-old boy with a very hit song called Da Do Run Run. And he had feathered blonde hair and juicy lips. And he's on the cover of Teen Beat magazine. And everybody liked Sean Cassidy because he was sexy. He's a sexy boy. I thought he was sexy. I thought he was really sexy. I was 6 years old. But I already had inappropriate sex feelings for teenage boys when I was 6. I was an old soul. I was a pedophile when I was 6. I used to go up to teenage boys when I was 6, like, hey, how's it going? That kid's weird, he's got a boner. Anyway. Not anymore, I outgrew it, but no. I'm not sexually attracted to teenage boys. I'm not. But I don't not get it. I mean, I get it. I'm not like, what? Like, you can see it. Like, I was in an airport once, and I'm walking along where people walk in the airport, and there's these chairs facing the aisle, and there's this family sitting there, a mom and a dad and 2 teenage boys, and they're like just both sitting with their phones with their legs. They're wearing like these shorts. One had cut-off shorts, and one had basketball shorts. And they both just had their legs open because they don't give a fuck. Both legs just splayed, and then just smooth, you know, just very. And I saw it. It didn't do anything to me. But I kind of wanted to stop and go, hey, fellas, let's close that shit up, huh? You're not getting me, but I know you're causing a problem for somebody in this airport. Let's close it up. I did not say that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Anyway, let's return to the comfortable subject of retarded people, shall we? So Sean Cassidy. Sean Cassidy was a teen singer who then grew up. He was about 18. Now he was, old and gross. Nobody wanted to fuck him. So he started to act. And he had a movie on TV called Normal People, where he played a retarded man who wants to live a normal life. It was very inspiring, actually. And at one point, he didn't do like a big retarded character. He wore thick glasses. He talked like Elmer Fudd. That was the whole thing. So he goes up to the guy who runs the group home he lives in, and he says, I want to get a job. And the guys who runs it is like, Republican conservative. So he's like, you can't get a job, you're retarded, And, but then there's a liberal lady who works there, and she says, of course he can get a job. He's as good as anyone. So they let him get a job as an air traffic controller, whatever was available. And then he meets a woman who's also retarded who lives at the group home. He falls in love with her. It's a very nice love story. And he says, we want to get married. And the guy says, she says, but they're in love. So they get married. And then one day he says, we want to have a baby. And the liberal lady says, no fucking way. And they just shut them down right there. And that's the end of the movie. I swear to God, that's just how it ends. And the point of the movie is just, hey, there's a limit. Like, that's, I guess, what the point of it was. And that's pretty intense. But hey, retarded people were on television. We were talking about it. We were dealing with it. And they said the word retarded about 50,000 times in the movie. Now we don't say the word, and I don't see them anywhere. I guess that's my problem with it. And also, the word is not basically a bad word. It's a medical term. But it became a bad word because it's used as an insult, really. Not towards retarded people. Nobody does that. Nobody calls retarded people retarded to insult them. What would be the point of that? It'll be like going up to a chair and saying, you're a fucking chair. Like, what are you doing? No. People use it on their friends. Like, you're at a bar, your friend's like, I don't have any more money for beer. And you're like, you're fucking retarded. Do you know that? And in that moment, no one retarded is insulted. They're not. Do you know why? Because they're not there. Because we don't include them in our lives. They're not at the bar. How many of you have a retarded drinking buddy that you hang out with? No, you take them to the zoo when they're little and then fuck them. This is what I find confusing about this thing, is that we told many generations of people that they are retarded. We told them that that's what they are, and they lived with it, and they dealt with it. And then we just decided it's a bad word. So did we tell them this? Did we go back to them and explain this to them? Listen, Nelson, I have something to tell you. You're not retarded anymore. You mean I'm cured? No. No. No, we're not even working on it.
Now, Louis, we've known each other a long time. I haven't spoken to you in a couple of months. How are you?
Well, I'm all right. I'm fat.
You're fat?
Yes, I'm a great big fat person.
No.
It's just been, I'm growing fatter. I just weighed myself and I'm 240. Mm-hmm. You know how doctors have like a formula for rule of thumb, how to figure what your optimum weight is? I'm pretty sure it's not your age plus 200 pounds.
Could possibly be. Really I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
I'm a fat dude.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about something cheerful then. How was your Father's Day? Father's Day must have been?
Well, yeah, I got to spend it with my kids, which, Yahoo.
You're such a sentimental
sap.
Well,
it's not, it's like, hey, you're Employee of the Month, mop up. It's what I have to do. I have to be with my kids. I'll shut up. None of you have kids. I can see it by looking at you. Here's the thing. Parents never get to say that it's hard. You don't get to say that.
Right.
And it's the hardest thing in the world. Anything else that's hard, you get to say, this sucks.
Right.
But when you're a parent, first of all, it's impossible. You make huge mistakes constantly, like, oops, irreversible damage there, move on. It's just huge mistakes. You don't get to sleep anymore. You don't have sex anymore. You eat standing up and fast. The entire nation depends on our success as parents.
Yeah.
And you don't even get to say it sucks. You have to say stuff like, I couldn't even imagine my life without my children. I can totally imagine my life. That's actually all I ever do, is imagine my life.
Really?
And it's not a big fantasy. I'm not in the World Series of Poker. I'm just sitting in a chair, jerking off and eating chocolate. That's really it. That's all.
Lord. Okay. Well, listen, yes, you bring up a good point. Parenting is definitely very hard work. I have 2 kids, and I know that it's very hard work.
Well, like, if you get sick, nobody cares. You can't call in sick to having kids.
Right.
As a matter of fact, if you get sick, your spouse hates you for being sick. Because it's just making their life harder. And I'm the same way. Like, my wife, one time, she's like, I have diarrhea. I had diarrhea all night. I'm staying in bed. And I'm like, let me see it. I want to see the diarrhea. Show me at least a cup of diarrhea if you want to stay in bed. There's just no way I'm taking it on faith and spending all day with the kids by myself. I'm just not. And
Okay.
It's pretty good. And I've wasted a lot of time just being angry at people I don't know. You know, it's amazing how nasty we can get as people, depending on the situation. Like, most people are okay, as long as they're okay. But if you put people in certain contexts, they just change. Like, when I'm in my car, I have a different set of values. I am the worst person I can be when I'm behind the wheel, which is when I'm at my most dangerous. When you're driving, that's when you need to be the most compassionate and responsible of any other time in your life, because you are fucking driving a weapon amongst weapons. And yet it's the worst people get. And I am the worst. One time I was driving, and there was a guy ahead of me, and he kind of, I don't know, he sort of drifted into my lane for a second, and this came out of my mouth. I said, worthless piece of shit. I mean, what an indictment. What kind of a way is that to feel about another human being? Worthless piece of shit. That's somebody's son. And things I've said to other people. I was once driving, some guy in a pickup truck did, I don't know, remember even? And I yelled out my window. I said, hey, fuck you! Where outside of a car is that even nearly okay? If you were in an elevator and you were like right next to a person's body and whatever, like he leaned into you a little bit, would you ever turn right to their face and go, hey, fuck you? Worthless piece of shit. No. Literally 0 people would ever do that. But put a couple of pieces of glass and some road between you, there's nothing you would not say to them. I hope you die. I said that to a person. I hope you die. Why? Because you made me go like this for half a second of my life. You tested my reflexes and it worked out fine! So now I hope your kids grow up motherless! I mean, what am I capable of? I'd like to think that I'm a nice person, but I don't know, man. My daughter was having a dance thing at her school. They had this big dance. Anyway, we all went, all the parents, and everybody's there, and everybody's got their phone. Every single parent. It was an amazing thing to watch, because kids are dancing, and every parent is standing there like this. Every single person was blocking their vision of their actual child with their phone. And the kids, I went over by the stage, and the kids, there's people holding iPads in front of their faces. It looked like we're all in the witness protection program. Like, the kids can't see their parents. And everybody's watching a shitty movie of something that's happening 10 feet. Like, look at your fucking kid. The resolution on the kid is unbelievable. If you just look, it's totally HD. Why are you taping this? You're never gonna watch it. In a million years, you're not gonna watch videos of your kids doing shit you missed the first time it happened. You don't watch it, you just put it on Facebook. Here, you watch it. I want to take a nap now. And then you get to read all the comments. Oh my God! It's so cute! And guess what? They're not watching it either. They're not watching the video. These kids are dancing for no one. Nobody watches the videos on your Facebook. They see the first frame of a kid and they go, that's very nice. Okay, back to this. Nobody's watching your kids' videos on Facebook, I promise you. I'll prove it to you. Next time you tape your kids dance, take 1 second of it and then add 20 minutes of just your own asshole. Just go in the bathroom and just record your own anus opening and closing for 20 minutes. Tack it on to your kid dancing for a second and put that on Facebook. Everybody will write the same thing. That's adorable. I think I see a future star.
I was, and I went to the Sopranos table because those people are unreal to me, you know.
Right.
And so I just sort of stood around, and
you stood near the Sopranos
yeah,
table.
I just stood there.
You went from I went over to like, hi everybody, Louis C.K. to amending your story to I stood around there.
I stood around the Sopranos, and Gandolfini was really nice. He said, like, I saw your show. I laughed.
Right.
Like, he said it like that, like he can't say anything directly, you know, that mobster thing. And do you think it was funny? I laughed. That's all I'm willing to say. But Paulie Walnuts came up to me.
Paulie Walnuts.
And he just goes, yeah, Lucky Louie. Like jabbed me in the chest like that.
Right.
Yeah, Lucky Louie. And I'm like, yeah. And he says, yeah, that show, let me tell you something. You got to hire some new writers because that show's a piece of He said, you gotta fix it. You're gonna be committing Harry Carey within a year. That's awful. He's like, I turned it on. I was like, oh, what is this? Like, he's just hated it. And I wrote the show too, so I did. But there's no way I'm going to go, see here, Mr. Walnuts. You know,
how dare you,
no, and I was
Mr.
really
Walnuts.
honored that I got to meet that's meeting Paulie Walnuts.
Sure.
It would have been disappointing if he was like, I really enjoy your show.
Yeah. You met the real guy.
I met the actual
Did he start
character.
hitting you with a baseball bat at any
little
point?
bit,
A little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know, you're a very funny comic. I've watched, your act a lot over the years, and you talk a lot, of course, about being married and being a, dad. Do you miss anything about being single, the single life? Because, you do a lot of material about, you obviously love your kids and your wife, but
I do. But there's a lot of avoidance in being a dad. Like, I love to run errands. Like, the other day, I flushed all the toilet paper down the toilet so I could get out of the house, have something to do. Right. We love errands. Dads love errands. Yeah. But anything. I'll go paper towels. I'll go to the paper towel factory in Nova Scotia and get them right now. But I don't miss being single because I hated that.
You didn't like being single?
No, I wasn't good at it. I didn't know how to get with women. I had one beautiful
Maybe it's the way you phrased it.
Yeah, get with.
I wish to get with you.
I wish to get with you.
If that's possible, contact my lawyer.
I wish to have you.
Yeah.
I was with one really hot woman once, and she got very drunk and slept with me. And the next morning, I remember her looking down at me, and she was so horrified. And
what?
She just looked at me like, ugh, like I feel like she felt like she had raped herself with me somehow. And I saw her. Oh God! I saw her questioning everything that led up to being with me. Yeah. And I realized, like, I am somebody's rock bottom moment. The moment in someone's life where they looked at me and went, okay, I gotta stop all of this crap. I gotta reconcile with my dad. I gotta go back to school.
I mean, what am I capable of? I'd like to think that I'm a nice person, but I don't know, man. A lot of it is context. There's a lot of things I wonder if the world was different. Like if murder was legal, I might have killed a few people. I don't know. I'd love to think, oh, I would never do that. But we really need the law against murder. For one simple reason. The law against murder is the #1 thing preventing murder. We'd like to think it's because, like, oh, I would never do that. No, it's because it really sucks getting caught murdering. A lot. If murder was legal, or just a misdemeanor, like you get a thing in the mail, ah, shit, they had a camera there. Oh, well. If murder was legal, there would be so much murder. Regular people would murder. Murderers would murder even more. And then really nice, sweet people would murder a few people. But nobody would murder no people. You wouldn't trust somebody who didn't murder. If murder was legal, you wouldn't like them. I never killed anybody. Okay, nice meeting you. Ugh. What a creep. I mean, not even a hooker. Live a life. What's wrong with that guy? He's like a Mormon or some shit. I hate those guys. I think he's nice. Shut up, Janet. It would just... If murder was legal, there would be a lot of murder. Children would behave very differently. Because mostly parents would be murdering their own kids. That's mostly what would happen if murder was legal. You'd be, you go to a mall, there'd be like 8 different moms in the mall just, I told you to stop it! You didn't listen to me! You'd be stepping over dead kids. It'd be like a new problem. You have to clean up your kids when you kill them, because it's gross. It's bad for the environment. If you murder your child in a public place, please use one of the red bags that are in the dispensers every 3 feet of America. Put your murdered child in the red bag with a logo of a murdered kid on it. Next to the other logo that tells you not to let your alive kid play with a plastic bag because they might suffocate. In which case you could just leave them in the bag. That is a whole bunch of horrible thoughts right in a row. Right in a row. That is a compressed area of bad thought. You ever flush a pet down the toilet? I had to flush my daughter's fish down the toilet. I came home, the fish was dead. She wasn't home from school yet, so I just flushed the fish. And that's a weird moment, too, because fish live in water. So you put it in the toilet, floats to the bottom, like, yeah, he's dead. And then you flush, and it looks like he goes, wait a second! Oh, shit! I was taking a nap! Jesus! You gotta be in constant motion to get any respect in this house. And then my daughter comes home. Why did he die, Dad? Come on, what am I gonna say? Why did he die? Because who gives a shit? That's the reason. That's the actual reason. Is because it didn't matter that he was alive. That's why he's dead. He didn't know his name and he didn't love you back. These are the facts about that fish's life. My daughter likes fish. We took her to the aquarium. I took both my kids to the aquarium in Boston, and we were looking at this seal or sea lion. I don't know which one. I don't care. I don't think they need to be separate things. I really don't. They don't care, and we don't care. There's like 3 scientists who give a shit what we call all those things. The scientists are going to go on TV tomorrow and say, okay, everybody, from now on, seals and sea lions and walruses, and you know what? Penguins are all seals now. And we would all be like, yeah, fine. Yes. Whatever, man. Anyway, so we're looking at this sea lion thing, and he's looking back at us through the plexiglass, and he's going, ugh. They're really disgusting in person. Most animals are when you really see them. You ever go to a farm, you think you're going to see little white sheep going, bah, but they're all fat and shit-colored, and they're like, bah. Jesus. That thing is awful. Anyway, seals don't go, they go, My daughter's like, what does he say? I don't know.
I'm a slave! Kill me!
I don't think life is that important.
It's just not. It is not. People get too excited about life. Oh, life, fuck you. It's not that. It's. Make a list of every shitty thing ever that's in life. Life is okay. I like life. I like it. I don't need it. I'd be fine without it. I like life, though. I do. You know how much I like life? I have never killed myself. That's how much I like it. That's exactly how much I like it, with a razor-thin margin. I like it precisely enough to not kill myself. It's an option, though. It's totally an option. I mean, I'm 49. I have 2 kids. I've flipped through the brochure a few times. I've thought of killing myself just to win an argument. You're not supposed to talk about suicide. Even to your shrink. You ever go to a shrink and they're like, have you had thoughts of suicide? And you're like, no, because if I say yes, you'll press a button and folks will run in and hold them down. But you should be able to talk about it. It's the whole world is just made of people who didn't kill themselves today. That's who's here. Is all of us that went, okay, I'll fucking keep doing it. It's because it's an interesting thing about life. Life can get very difficult, very sad, very upsetting, but you don't have to do it. You really don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything. You never have to do anything because you can kill yourself. If they send you a letter from motor vehicles, you have to come in and, no, I don't. I'll kill myself. You can do that. You can do that once. But you can do it. And it's interesting because even when life gets bad, people generally choose it over nothing. Even the worst versions of life. Even a shitty, shitty life is worth living, apparently. Because folks are living the fuck out of them. You ever seen somebody and you're like, how did he should kill himself? Why didn't he not? That dude. You ever been driving and you look at the next car and you're like, oh shit. I wish I hadn't looked in that car. That was difficult to glance at, let alone being it. Just a guy in a tan car. Nobody chooses tan. Nobody picks tan for their car. They give you tan. Is that mine? Yeah, it's yours, fucking loser. Made it tan. They shouldn't even make tan cars. It's mean to make them. You look over, you see a guy in a tan car with just dents all over it and a garbage bag for a window. What is holding up his suicide? What is delaying it? What is keeping him from stopping being that? And what would it take? What would it take? What would it take? Both windows are garbage bags? Is that? Seriously, do you know how much misery is involved in a garbage bag for a window? Do you know how many separate moments of shit misery? They canceled my insurance, broke my window, duct tape. Here's the truth. Running away will not solve your problems. That's totally true. But killing yourself solves all your problems. It actually does. It even solves world problems. For you. What about ISIS? Kill yourself. Then they'll never get you. Seriously, if everybody who's afraid of ISIS kills themselves right now, then ISIS loses. Because they live in a world of people that don't give a shit. We're gonna cut his head off. Okay. It's not fun now. I think the worst part of being beheaded is... The worst thing about being beheaded is that you look really dumb right after. That's the worst part. They go like that, and you're like... Just that's fucking dopey. I don't think they like beheading bald people because they can't do this thing. That's the best part. They gotta go like this. It's not as cool. So just shave the top of your head and you won't have to worry about it.
Louis, I noticed that not too long ago you got a Twitter page, and I've known you for a long time. I didn't know that you were into social media. Are you? Are you that interested in it?
Well, I kind of hate it. I think it's awful, and I have Twitter so that I can just tell people what I want them to buy and give me money. I don't care. People get mad at me because I don't follow anybody. I 0 people that I follow, and people are like, "You're an arrogant prick." Like, I get really angry.
People get mad at you for that.
How dare you not follow? But why do they care? It doesn't. It's like a piece of cake going, "Come on, man. What? I'm right here. Why aren't you eating me?" Like, why do they give a shit? I'm sorry, I'm on television, but I think it's bad. I think that you shouldn't just do everything that's available to do. Isn't a good idea. There's a culture right now that as soon as hey, you get to do that, I'm going to do it. There's no sort of like, maybe that's not just the constant. Nobody takes in life unless it comes through this.
Yes.
Like, whenever I see a televised event that's a huge, like the Olympics opening ceremony or a Times Square at midnight on New Year's Eve, everybody, they see seas of people all looking at it through their phone. Yeah. Like, there's explosions and acrobats, but they're looking at it through a little 3-inch screen. Like, I think if Jesus comes back and starts telling everyone everything, everybody's just going to be Twittering, and they won't be like, "I am Christ and I have returned." Oh my God, Jesus is right in front of me right now. I swear to God.
But this is, I'm now going to impart to you.
I have a twit pic of Jesus. Oh my God, he's trending. Jesus is trending right now.
Okay.
You don't have any idea what
Can you just look at me for a second?
I love my daughter. It's a lot of responsibility that you never think about, though. Like, you got to name your kid. That's a big deal right there. And you know what's amazing to me? You can name your kid anything you want. Isn't that incredible? There are no laws. There should be a couple of laws. None. You can literally name your kid anything. You can name your kid a name with no vowels if you want, like Singleton. Just 40 F's. That's his name. Go clean your room. Some people name their kids a word like sunshine or battery or whatever. I like to name my kid a whole phrase, something like ladies and gentlemen. That would be a cool name for a kid. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen. Then when he gets out of hand, I get to go, ladies and gentlemen, please! But you got to be careful what you name your kid. You do have to be careful because what happens is other kids in school are going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of their name. And you don't have to give them a weird name because they can do it with any name. Kids are geniuses at that. Any name, they take it, they go Louis Screwy, Joey Blowy, Mike, your mother's a dyke, whatever. They find a way, these kids.
Any name, like, what's your name? Eric, you fucking asshole. See, just like that. Lightning speed these kids got. What's your name? Joe, eat a bag of shit, cunt face. You see, just like that.
What's amazing to me, you can name your kid anything you want. Isn't that incredible? There are no laws. There should be a couple of laws. None. You can literally name your kid anything. You can name your kid a name with no vowels if you want, like Singleton. Just 40 F's, that's his name. Go clean your room. I'd like to name my kid a whole phrase, you know, something like ladies and gentlemen. That would be a cool name for a kid. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen. Then when he gets out of hand, I get to go, ladies and gentlemen, please! But you got to be careful what you name your kid. You do have to be careful because what happens is other kids in school are going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of their name. And you don't have to give them a weird name because they can do it with any name. Kids are geniuses at that. Any name, they take it, they go Louis Screwy, Joey Blowy, Mike, your mother's a dyke, whatever. They find a way, these kids. Any name, what's your name? Eric, you fucking asshole. See, just like that. Lightning speed these kids got. What's your name? Joe, eat a bag of shit, cunt face. You see, just like that. My daughter is really something else, man. She runs the house. She runs the whole house. She decides everything. Like we were playing hide and seek the other day. We play hide and seek, and we play by her rules that she invented. And do you know why? Because she sucks at hide and seek. And so she covers it with this fucking ruse to level the playing field. And I gotta fucking pretend it's all that she's great. No, it's bullshit. Like, we're playing... Oh, fucking... I know she's a kid, but fucking listen. When it's my turn to hide, she tells me where to hide. She tells me where. She goes, hide in the closet, Papa, but you're gonna know where I... Hide in the closet! All right, fuck, I'll hide in the closet. Good, fine. Now I'm standing in the closet like an asshole. She comes in, I found you. She's like shitty about it, like, I found you. And I'm like, wow. How did you figure out where you told me to fucking hide? And then when she hides, this is her hiding. She goes over to a wall and does this. She goes, that's it. There's nothing here. What the fuck is this? Like this is some ninja invisibility crouch. And I gotta act like an idiot. I can't just walk in and go, yeah, you're there. Because she'll cry and shit her pants, right? So I gotta walk around like an asshole. Where is she? I have no idea. Where could she be? I'm making eye contact. I don't see her. It's amazing to me. The other day we're playing, this is how things have gotten in my house, okay? Here's a very good example of where it's gone. We're playing a version of hide and seek where my wife and I have to decide together where to look. She likes that. She's like, Mama, you tell Papa where to look. Okay, well, fine. So she's over there hiding like this, just in plain sight, and my wife and I, my wife's like, why don't you look under the bed? I'm like, okay. She's not there. And then she says, why don't you look in the linen closet? Okay, so I open the closet, she goes, that's not the linen closet. We don't put that in there anymore. All right, fucking Jesus, all right, I'll look in. So I look in that. Why would she be in that closet? That has shelves. She can't stand in a shelf. Well, maybe she's crawled in a shelf. Now we're having a fight about where to look for this fucking kid who's standing right there. She totally runs the house. I remember Halloween last year. A couple of days before Halloween, my wife comes up to me and she's like, we have to get you a cat costume. No, we don't, actually. No, we do, because she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know. It's like she's a guy with a gun in the other room. That's what it's like. She's like, she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know how she got it in her head, but she's expecting to be a cat on Halloween.
I was like, well, tell her to go fuck herself, because I'm not doing it. I'm not afraid of her. She's 2. I'll fucking fight her. I could take her. I could beat the shit out of thousands of 2-year-olds all day, just walk around. They would never even gang up on me. They suck. I'm not afraid of her. So my wife decided that she wanted to get pregnant again. She decided it. And this is back in August. She told me, you need to be in town next week. Why? Because I'm getting, I'm ovulating. So, like, not do you want another kid, just be in town. That's how she handles it. I'm like, I don't want another kid, so fuck it. And she's like, all right. Next week, she starts blowing me, right? Now, she hasn't blown me in, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever been blown. That's how long it is. She's blowing me on the day she's ovulating. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, yeah, you love it. Like, I think she digs me now. Fucking stupid. So she's having another baby any day now. She's due, and it's true. She's fucking the whole thing. And I'm like, okay. No, it's great. Fuck it. That's really the attitude that keeps a family together. It's not we love each other. It's fuck it, man. Fuck it. Another kid. Fuck it. Why not? Let them all in. Good. Fuck it. Here's the thing. I never judge other parents now. I never do. I used to, but I never do. Like, when you see a mother in McDonald's or someplace or in a toy store and she's just melting down on her kid, she's like, shut up. I hate you. You're ugly. And people are sitting around going, oh my goodness, she's a horrible mother. Well, guess what? Those people aren't fucking parents. They don't have kids. Because any parents who are in that store are thinking, what did that shitty kid do to that poor woman? That poor woman. I wish I could help. Because you don't know, man. You don't know. Or like when you see a parent that seems to be negligent, like you see a parent in McDonald's with the kid, and the parent's like, I can't take this shit anymore, and just like collapsed, and all the shopping bags are just strewn everywhere. And the kid's happy. The kid's eating French fries. And the kid asks a question like, Mama, why is the sky blue? And she's like, just shut up and eat your French fries. And you think, what a terrible mother. Why doesn't she answer her child? When I have a child, I will answer all of their questions and open their minds to the wonders of the world. Well, guess what? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't answer a kid's question. They don't accept any answer. A kid never goes, oh, thanks, I get it. They fucking never say that. They just keep coming. More questions. Why? Until you don't even know who the fuck you are anymore at the end of the conversation. It's an insane deconstruction. It's amazing. This is my daughter the other day. She's like, Papa, why can't we go outside? Well, because it's raining. Why? Well, water's coming out of the sky. Why? Because it was in a cloud. Why? Well, clouds form when there's vapor. Why? I don't know. I don't know any more things. Those are all the things I know. Why? Because I'm stupid, okay? I'm stupid. Why? Well, because I didn't pay attention in school, okay? I went to school, but I didn't listen in class. Why? Because I was high all the time. I smoked too much pot. Why? Because my parents gave me no guidance. They didn't give a shit. Why? Because they fucked in a car and had me, and they resented me for taking their youth. Why? Because they had bad morals. They just had no compass. Why? Because they had shitty parents. It just keeps going like that. Why? Because fuck it, we're alone in the universe. Nobody gives a shit about us. I'm going to stop here to be polite to you for a second. But this goes on for hours and hours, and it gets so weird and abstract at the end. It's like, why? Well, because some things are and some things are not. Why? Well, because things that are not can't be. Why? Because then nothing wouldn't be. You can't have fucking nothing isn't. Everything is. Why? Because if nothing wasn't, there'd be fucking all kinds of shit that we don't like, giant ants with top hats dancing around. There's no room for all that shit. Why? I'll fuck you. Eat your french fries, you little shit. God damn it. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night. Thank you.
I have this friend, he has a phone that can IM, he can instant message, and so now I really want him to die because I'm sick of getting these fucking messages from him on his phone. I'm in a shoe store. That's the whole message. We're not secret agents. I don't need to know where you are. So I get this message from him. He says, I'm on an airplane in Seattle. So I wrote back and I said, well, I hope your plane crashes. And he gets pissed off and he calls me, take it back, we're about to take off. I'm like, fuck you, I hope it crashes. I don't have to take it back. Hope it crashes twice. Hope it crashes and kills Haffy and they go, fuck it, let's try again, and they take off and crash again. I hope that happens. Sincerely, I hope it. And he tries to make, he goes, well, how are you going to feel now if my plane crashes after you went and said that? I'm like, are you shitting me? That would be amazing. To know that I can do that? I'd happily trade your life for knowledge of my powers. He's one of those guys who just makes you hate him because, you know when you have a friend that you hate, you can't break up with your friends, you know? He always starts conversations that I don't want to have, you know? He's like, hey, what would you do if you had a time machine? I'm like, fuck you. I don't... You know what? I wouldn't use it. I just let it sit in my house. I'd put a drink on it, and yeah, I got a time machine. I never even wanted it. I don't know. I'm not interested. I'd use it to go back 30 minutes ago and punch you in the fucking face before you asked me that. That's all. One use. So he goes, well, here's what I would do. Because, of course, that's the whole fucking point of asking me, is to stare at me while I say mine and then say his. So he said if he had a time machine, he would kill Hitler. Like, he would go back and kill Hitler. I love that he thinks he can just kill Hitler just because he just goes back there and walk up and kill the dude. And I was thinking, that's a noble purpose for a time machine. I would do it, but I would have gone back then, but I wouldn't have killed Hitler. I would have raped him. That's what I thought. Because I think that would have been enough. I think that would have stopped him from doing all that shit. If he had been raped by me, he never would have pulled any of that stuff, man. Should we invade Poland? No, I'll just take a shower. I don't feel good. He would have low self-esteem, and you know. I'm not condoning rape, obviously. You should never rape anyone. Unless you have a reason, like you want to fuck somebody and they won't let you, in which case, what other option do you have? How else are you supposed to have an orgasm in their body if you don't rape them? I mean, what the fuck?
Hello, everybody. How are you? Good. I'm doing well. I had a good day today. I went to the movies, and, you know, before the movie now, they show you that whole presentation where they explain that you shouldn't download movies on the internet because you're hurting all the people that work on the movies. They need to feed their families. So you shouldn't download movies on the internet. And I thought, holy shit, I had no idea. I just didn't know you could download movies on the internet. That is great news. I'm going to download all of them. I went to the park today. I like going to the park because I can masturbate without my wife bothering me. So I'm at the park, and there's these no drinking signs. And it doesn't say no drinking. It has a picture of like a martini glass with a line through it. Are those really the people causing the problems with the drinking in the parks? Shouldn't it be like a bottle in a bag with a line through it? Are there guys out there at 3 in the morning? Hey! So, yeah, my wife and I got in a big fight today because she says I don't listen to her, and I don't. But it's not because I don't love her, blah, blah, blah. It's because she sucks at talking. I swear to God, she sucks at it. When she starts telling a story, it immediately turns into another, like, she takes every story and divides it into 50 stories that each branch out into
encyclopedias about other stories. And I try, because I love her. When she starts talking, I'm like, oh, I'm locked in. I'm going to listen to the whole thing. But somehow I drift. I can't do it. Every story, she's like, oh, you know when my sister was in college? Not when she went to Antioch. You know how she transferred because of that, because that guy that got weird? Not the little guy, the guy with a beard. The thing, I think he was arranged. What are you talking about? Pick a thing. That's what I do. I go, here's the story when I tell it. I bought a tomato and I ate it and it was good. Anyone can follow that story. It was about a tomato the whole time. No, she's great. She is. I love her. I mean, without her, I'd be living under a bridge somewhere. God, that would be great. How great would that be? I would love that. We have a baby, and oh my God. When you have a baby, everything changes. And people tell you, they go, your whole life is going to change. And they were right. I think the biggest difference between my life now and before we had the baby is that now we have a baby. We have a baby. That's a huge responsibility. You got to not leave them outside. You got a lot of stuff you got to take care of constantly. No, it's great, though. My father told me when I was a kid, he said, you're not going to know what it is to be a real man until you hold a tiny baby in your arms. And I didn't understand that then, but I do now, because I held my baby in my arms and I felt like a real man, because I could crush that kid. It's hard raising a baby because they're crazy. They're out of their minds. It was Easter, okay, and we're painting eggs, and so she broke an egg. So of course she's got to cry about that like a bitch for like half an hour. So, and I go, it's okay, honey, it's just an egg, and I give her another one, and she threw it at me, and then she just starts throwing eggs, and we're trying to stop her. We have like this rule that we can't say anything negative to her, so we're trying to stop her from throwing eggs without saying any negative. Like going, how about not throwing the eggs? That would be interesting. Finally, my wife goes, we were having a nice Easter, but now we're not, and it's because of you. Yeah, that's really positive, honey. Why don't you just punch her in the face? Just punch her right in the face. You might get over that. The worst word a baby has when she learns it is the word why. I hate the word why. I really hate it. And it's not, look, like I used to judge other parents, but I don't anymore. Like, when you're like at McDonald's and you see a mother or father with a kid, and the kid looks so cute and she's eating fries, and the mother or father's like, oh God, oh Jesus Christ. Oh, I hate this, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. And then a little kid says something like, Mama, why are those people standing there? And she goes, just shut up and eat your fries. And you go, what a horrible mother. Why doesn't she just answer her? How hard could it be to just answer her? You know what? You don't know what you're talking about. Because when a kid asks a question why, you tell her why, and she wants to know why that, too. And then you tell her why that. She wants to know why that. She takes every idea and deconstructs it to the point, I don't even know who I am anymore when we finish talking. The other day she's like, Papa, why is there rain? Oh, because the water fell out of the sky. Why? Because it was in a cloud. Why? Because it came from the lake. Why? Because it got hot and it evaporated. Why? Because the earth is hotter when it's nearer to the sun. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Why? Because I didn't pay attention when it was taught to me in school. I didn't listen to anything anybody said to me. Why? Because I have no moral compass and I'm useless. I've never done the right thing. Why? Because my parents didn't raise me right. They didn't even try. Why? Because they just had sex in a car and here I am and they've just been waiting for me to get out of their lives. I'm only stopping to be polite. It goes on for hours. hours. It gets so abstract. She's like, why? Well, because some things are and some things are not. Why? Because things that are not can't be. Why? Because then nothing would be aren't. There wouldn't be any not things. Why? Eat your fucking fries. Shut the fuck up and eat your fries. Fucking little motherfucker. Jesus Christ. No, she talks, man. They talk, and you have to say shit back. You can't just go, Papa, look at the bird. You can't just go. I always want to do that. Like, she says really weird shit sometimes. The other day she said to me, Indian beauty. I was like, what? Indian beauty. I was like, what does that mean? Indian beauty. Yeah, but what do you mean by that? She just looks at me and I go, yeah, don't talk unless you have a sentence to say, all right? Because that's a huge waste of my fucking time. Jesus Christ. Like the other day, she wants to say, excuse me. She says, accuse me. That's not even close to meaning the same thing. All right? Accuse you of what? That you don't know how to fucking talk? Yeah. Yeah, you don't. Fucking shut it till it works, all right? Fucking kid is full of shit. Her favorite song is the alphabet song, right? That's what I call it, the alphabet song. You know what she calls it? The name of the song is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. She says, I want to sing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, oh, well, now let's not sing it, because you fucking ruined it for whoever's listening. That's not the title of the song, you fucking idiot. That's the fucking song. Jesus, motherfucking Christ. Anyway, so that's my kid. I know I'm going to hell, but so is every other parent, because you're all the same. It's fucking horrible. Hell is an interesting thought, though. What is hell really like? I always wonder, is there like a schedule in hell? Like they tell you first, okay, you go in that room, and then some monster fucks you up the ass for 1,000 years. Then you come out and you're like, woo! Woo! Man, that was... Like, don't go in there again. Whoa! To the next person, if I were you, And they go, all right, now you're scheduled to go in there. You go in there and they rip off your head. They always show, like in these pictures, they rip off your head, but then they got to sew it back on so they can keep fucking with you. Like, they rip it off. And, all right, put them back together because otherwise you can't torture them anymore. And then, but what if you're in hell and you're not sure what's next? Like they go, just go wait over there for a minute. And you're waiting like in a hallway in hell, and some demon comes up to you. Come over here, you suck my dick. Now you're blowing this demon and you're in hell and it's awful. And he comes in your face, runs away laughing, whatever. But what if after you blow that demon, some guy in charge of hell walks in and he goes, you didn't have to blow that guy. He just hangs out here. He's not part of your damnation or anything. What did you blow him for? He said, suck my dick, so say no. What are you, a pussy? Jesus, man, stick up for yourself. Fucking loser. He blew Joey. Do you believe this guy? Sorry, I gotta go. I was walking past a yoga spinning fucking people place, and the door was open, and I look inside, and this guy's standing in front of a class, and he's just going like this, and he's going, come on, do it, come on, and everybody, all strangers that don't know each other, are going like this, and he's going, come on, all right, come on. And I thought, what fucking power this guy has. I wish I had that power over people. Even without the conceit of a class. Wouldn't it be great to be able to do that, like in an airport? A bunch of people waiting at a gate for a plane. It's like, come on, everybody do this. I'm like, oh, fuck, all right, Jesus, why am I going to have to do this? It's bullshit and late, and I got to fucking do this. Come on, you two, come on!
I actually took a yoga class and it was great. It's amazing the shit they get you to do that you didn't know you could do. I was doing stuff I had no idea I was capable of, like sucking 2 penises at the same time. I didn't think I could do that. Mine and his. How did it's actually that flexible, I could sword fight in my own mouth. All right. Good night. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the show.